how do you plan to attack the funding and make sure that CPS has the necessary money, not only to build new schools that meet the environment standards, but also to, to help the schools in need right now?
It's a question that, with all due respect, is easy to ask and hard to respond to.
Absolutely.
Because we don't have the funds right now. We don't, to build more schools. The federal government needs to step up to the plate with capital construction dollars. The reason we don't have libraries in many schools is because of overcrowding, because the room that at one time may have been used as a library is now used as a classroom, and that classroom has 32 or 34 students in it. Too many students. And so facilities is important, not only just putting in a new building, but making sure that a facility is adequate, that it has all the space necessary to conduct physical education classes and other kinds of classes. And so it is important that we continue to search for capital dollars. I have been a proponent of using tax increment finance dollars, TIF dollars, to support school construction. Up until a few years ago, we weren't doing that. And so there have been more schools constructed. I was able to obtain state funding over the years to help build additions for schools and advocated for the construction of a lot of new schools. But we still have many old buildings out there that need to change. You know, it's not healthy for a school to go to track E and then have kids in a 100-degree day in sweltering heat in a school during the summer. That's not healthy. It's not healthy for anyone. And so those schools need to be retrofitted, and they need to, and then in the process we need to be cognizant and sensitive to other things that have to happen to conserve energy, and to teach the kids about this. You know, I visited a preschool program the other day that I helped develop in the Belmont-Cragen. When I was a state senator, I was instrumental in getting them additional funding so that they could do a third shift, what I called a third shift preschool, because the demand was there. So they have preschool in the morning, preschool in the afternoon, and then another preschool class from 3 to 5. And I went there just a couple of weeks ago because they're concerned that the Board of Education is not going to renew the lease that they've had. And they have a kind of a contained program, a facility that's operating very well. And they have recycling. They're teaching 3 years, 4 years about recycling. Children are learning at the preschool level about recycling. That's what we need to do more. Teach kids about recycling. Teach them about proper nutrition. Teach them about what it means to be healthy. Teach them about what it means to be safe. We can do these things, and kids are capable of absorbing these things. We underestimate our children. We need to challenge our children to perform at higher levels, not because we want test scores to improve, but because we know that they are capable of performing at higher levels. And that should be the main motivation. And in order to do that, we need adequate, decent facilities. And so I will, as mayor, make that a priority in our schools. We have built a number of schools, but we still have a number of buildings that are antiquated that need to be torn down, actually, and rebuilt in order to make sure our kids have decent buildings to go to.